Right, so today's little exercise is we're going to be doing a little bit of zigzag hitching or ringbolt hitching, but this is the zigzag pattern, and this is simply for the fact is that we've got 3 strands zigzagging up and down our mandrel here, and this is a really easy to do covering knot. And in this particular case, as you can see here at the end, I haven't finished this one off. If I had finished this off, I'd put a Turk's head at this end and a Turk's head at that end to cover my start and finish points. But you can see here it's done with 3 strands, but if you wanted to, you could use 5, 7 strands, and you just have a larger effect of the zigzag pattern going down the front here. And the other beautiful thing about this knot is it gives you nice covering at the back. Those can be squeezed together a bit. There we go, got nice covering at the back, and so when we get hold of it, we've got a good grip on a handle or on a wheel, ship's wheel or something like that. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do the zigzag hitching, or a form of ringbolt hitching. And so what I'll do is, the other thing as well is when I do this, I will tell you how much cord it required to do a certain distance. Okay, so anyway, let me undo this and I'll come back to you in a second and we'll do our zigzag hitching. Right, so as once again, I've got my trusty pipe here, and this is my little exercise pipe, and what we're going to do is we're going to put that zigzag hitching, a bit like ringbolt hitching, but we're going to put the zigzag pattern down the length of this tube. And the other thing that I will do is I will tell you measurements of how much cord you require to do X amount of distance. And really this is just a very simple, easy one to tie. And what I've done here is, just on my little exercise pipe here, I have put myself an elastic band round there to hold my 3 cords in place. And the first thing that I'm going to do now that I've got my 3 cords in place is I'm going to take the uppermost one here and I'm just going to bring it round the back and then tuck it underneath itself at this point here. So what we've done is we have gone around the back, bring it underneath, and then pass it underneath itself at the beginning again. And so then pull through the excess. There we go, we've pulled through the excess, and we'll just lock it into place like so. And don't pull too tight on the first one, otherwise you'll pull it out from underneath the elastic band. And that's the first one done. So what we do now is we go on to, so that's the first one, we go on to the middle one now here, and once again, how easy is this? Don't even need to think too much. We go round the back of our pipe like so, and then bring the working end of that cord underneath it there like so, and pull it through. And that is now the second one done. And we don't need to worry about it being too tight or anything like that to start with, because we will tighten them all up once I've done the 3rd round. And now that I've done the second one, I do exactly the same with the 3rd one. I bring it round the back of the pipe, then get the working end of that one and pass it underneath itself there and pull through the excess like so. There we go, and we've pulled it through. And so now you can see here, now at this point now we start to tighten up, but don't over tighten, because the last thing we want to do is pull out our cordage from underneath our elastic band. And once you've done the first one as tight as you can, we then go on and do the second one. And basically the second one, let's just tidy that up a little bit. The next way, what we're going to do is we're now going to go in the other direction. So what I do is I've got my 3 cords here, and we take the very top cord, or the left hand one here, and we go in the opposite direction this time. So we bring it round the front of our work like so, take it round the back, and then pass our working end of that one underneath itself like so, making sure not to pick up any of the others on the way, and then pull it up nice and tight like so. Okay, and then you can really pull up tight because we've now got quite a bit of friction on that pipe there. And so now the next one along is, that's the top one now, so we now take that top one there, we bring it over like so, round the back, making sure we don't pick up any of the other leads, so round the back like so, and then what happens is the working end passes underneath itself there like so. So pass that one underneath, and there we go, we have our second one done. And we can just nip it up a little bit, but we can go back and tighten before we go on to the next stage. And so finally we've got our last one on that side there, and what we're going to do now is we're going to bring that one round and bring it round underneath itself, and then pass the working end underneath it like so, and then we now have all three leads towards us like so, and just go and tighten them all up nicely, tease it into place so we get that nice pattern appearing there, and you can see now we're starting to get that crisscross pattern appearing there. And so what I'm going to do now is, now we've done that one, so we're all on this side at the moment, so we start at the very top one here and work our way down till we get them all on the other side like so. So I take the top one, I pass it over my work like so, pass it underneath, and don't forget you can do this with more than 3 lots of cord. You can do it with 4, 5, 7, you know, how many you want to choose, it's up to you. Okay, and then pull that up. You can really, now that we've got a bit further, we can really swing off this now and keep it nice and tight. So that's our first one there. We then take our next one to it, this next top one on this side, bring that round the back of the pipe, pass your lead through like so, and then underneath. And don't forget, I will put measurements at the end just to tell you how much cordage I used to cover what distance of pipe. And then just pull that up nice and tight. And you can really pull it up tight. Go back and pull it up tight because you want a nice crisp edge there like that. Okay, and then take this next one and pull that over like so. Bring it round, take it round the back, underneath itself like so, and pull it up nice and tight. There we go. And there we have it. We've now got all our leads on that side. And now all I do is get the top one from that side and come back the other way, bring it round, underneath, pass the working end through. And you see, it's so simple. This is one you can do sat in front of the television and you will get loads done whilst you're watching your favourite programme. So there we go, first one under, take the second one over, round, under, like so, bring it through, bring it up tight, and there we have our third one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do a little bit more so you can see the pattern appearing further down there, and I will also show you again just before I finish the video. Okay, so I'll see you again in a second. Okay, so as you can see, I've done a little bit more and we've got that nice zigzag pattern appearing across the top there, and this works with paracord or any other cord that you've got, so you can use coloured cord if you want to as well. And so let's show you one more time what I'm going to do. Now I've got my 3 cords at the top here, and I'm going to take the very top one, or the very left hand one, this one here, and all I'm going to do is pass it around my work like so, underneath, and then tuck it in underneath itself like so, and pull it up nice and tight. We just got that stray one there. Okay, so that's pulled that up nice and tight. We then take the next one in our row here and we pass that over itself like so, bring it round underneath, and there, pull it up nice and tight, and we now have our second one there. And then finally, the third one here, we bring it round underneath like so, pull it nice and tight, and there we go. And I'm not sure, have I got enough for another one? Yes, I think I've got enough for another one. So now that I'm at the bottom here, 1, 2, 3, take the first one or the left-handmost one, pass it round underneath the mandrel, bring it out through here and pull it up nice and tight. We then take the next one, bring it round underneath itself, tuck it under like so, and pull it up nice and tight. And there we have our second one. Final one here, bring it round underneath itself and pull it round like so. Okay, and so this, I mean, you can go on and cover a whole long length of pipe. I mean, it is a form of ringbolt hitching, so you could put it on your ringbolt or whatever and just push it up nice and tight. And the other thing I like about this one is that because we're using 3 strands here, it's actually covering the backside very well. We're not getting huge gaps in between like if you do it with the single ringbolt hitching. With this particular hitching, we're getting a nice even seal around the back of our pipe, and we're getting that nice decorative pattern that you can see there. And then the idea is we would cover as much as we want, whether it be a walking stick staff or something like that, and then eventually I would then terminate or cover these, cut these off fairly short, perhaps a dab of glue. If you're a purist, you don't use glue, but I sometimes use a bit of glue. Just dab a bit of glue in there, cut them off nice and sharp, and then at each end here possibly tie a nice little decorative Turk's head just to finish it off and cover it up like so. But if you can cut it off very, very fine, you might not even need to put a Turk's head to cover it. So there we go. There we have the zigzag hitching, which is rather a beautiful effect on our staff or whatever we want to cover. It could be a wheel, something like that. You can go round corners with it. And once again, like I said, you can use 3, 5, 7 strands as you're working your way down your cord. And the other thing I would probably do with this is I would cover it in the finishing solution. I've got a video just about a finishing solution which you can coat on it, which will protect it, stop it slipping, and also allow you to wash it on a regular basis. My elastic bands come undone, but it doesn't matter because these are now locked in place at the bottom end anyway. Okay, so there we have it. We have the zigzag stitching, or the zigzag hitching, not stitching, zigzag hitch, or a form of ringbolt hitching. Okay, so once again, thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please share this video. Thumbs up, thumbs down if you hated it. If you hated it, tell me why. Okay, and I'll see you again shortly for another little knot. Bye bye.